What up, world? 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 This is the main man. I am DJ Double Dose, man, and I'm coming at you again with another episode of Double Dose of Reality Sports, man. And yo, man, we got a lot, man. We got to talk about today. You see the goddamn caption. You know what it is. FSU versus the ACC. We've been on that train, and we've been on it because guess what? It's just, to quote a famous song, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't do no shots to people that's getting paid by. It's just me, myself, and I. It's all I got to the end. That's what I found out. That's what we found out. Because all you other, that's right, you know what, this clip gonna get pinned. All of you other, let me look it right in the camera. All of you other ACC members, y'all ain't shit. And I'm gonna leave it like that because y'all got us out here being, guess what we are? You know what? It's fine. We came into your conference. We took it over. We balled out from the time we got in there. But guess what we about to do? Deuces. About to leave y'all ass. You know what I'm talking about? Because all of y'all is some cowards. That's right. Y'all got FSU out here all by itself. But it's okay. Because when it go down, y'all gonna let y'all ass on and ride on out with us too. But it's okay. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and handle our business and get on up out of here. But we're gonna get into that in just a second. But first, bro, what's up, man? EA done keep giving us more and more info, man. So Chris Fowler just came out and said he in the game. Kirk Herbstreit said he in the game. You already know pretty much the whole ESPN crew is locked in. And I'm good thing they put David Pollack in there too. From what I saw, David Pollack's gonna be in there too, man. And it's a beautiful thing. But fellas, let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all, I'm seeing the posts. I'm seeing the tweets. I'm seeing the IG. I'm seeing the reels. A lot of y'all saying y'all like that. Y'all telling y'all old ladies like, hey baby, look, when the game come out, I'm gonna need some days because you know I'm gonna be busting everybody's ass on this college. A lot of y'all old ladies about to see how y'all used to get y'all ass bust back in the day because a lot of y'all ain't like that. But it's cool. It's cool. I know 3-4 that we like that. We like that. So if you want this smoke when the game come out, you already know what time it is, man. I am PS5. I am DJ Double Dose. You already know who I'm running with. And anybody that want to smoke, come on, let's get it, man, because I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be amazing for everybody because we're going to all be happy about it. Not EA. Now, I'm off y'all so-called, oh man, I'm finna do it, y'all. I ain't touched the stick since the game went away, but that's neither here nor there. EA. I'm gonna say it again. EA. Now you got me a little excited. You told me that the game ain't gonna be nothing like Madden, just on the same engine. I'm gonna get the lip like anybody that watch All the Queen's Men. Y'all know when Amp get that lip, that mean he mad. All I'm saying is y'all told me it ain't gonna be like Madden, so I'm gonna hold y'all to that. Don't let me cut that damn game on and I'm running the same I ain't gonna give away the sauce that I be using on Madden, but don't let me cut the game on the same things I do on Madden work on college. I don't want them to work at all. If whatever I do on Madden, it better not work on NCAA because y'all told me it's a different game, it's the same engine. So I'm gonna hold y'all to that, man. But EA has released a lot of information. They dropped some more information over the last couple of days about the announcers, the different teams that's all gonna be involved. But the main hot topic that a lot of people are discussing are the $600 and a copy of the game. I look at it like this. They're about to pay over 1,100 people. And I know a lot of people want to say, well, man, look, I went digging. And if anybody watching this can find the exact number, you know what I'm saying, let me know. But I went digging, and there's really not a set number that I found that they pay for Madden, that they pay each player for Madden. But I do know this. I mean, you know, we all know how to do math, whether it's basic or difficult. We all know how to do math. And I know a 52-man roster versus I don't know where we have the scholarship count because they keep changing it. We'll just say 80 plus. 80 plus roster with over versus 30 some teams. But I can do math. And basically what I'm hinting at is there's going to be almost quadruple the amount of teams that are involved in this cottage thing versus 30 plus teams that's involved in Madden. So when you hear the number and you say 600 and you say that may or may not, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, all of us who really thoroughly played this game for the years that we played it, we didn't give a damn. We wanted to play with our team, whether it was Florida State, whether it was USC, whether it was Notre Dame, whether it was Alabama, whether it was Auburn, whether it was South Carolina, whether it was Ohio State, whether it was UCLA, whether it was Texas. We wanted to play with our team. That's what we wanted to play with. And guess what? The company, I'm sure they still run them rolling. They created rosters for us, and even when you didn't have to create, even when you didn't have the other roster, it didn't matter. You was cool with the computer generated names that you had. So for everybody like, man, the big stars might opt out. Who cares? If they opt out, that's on them. This ain't like before. EA is giving you money. If you choose to not take said money and not sign the contract, that's on you. At the end of the day, that's on you. So I don't think that that's going to be an issue. I know a lot of people have talked about it and said, hey, well, that number's too low. What about the starters? I don't give a damn. And I don't think EA gives a damn either. I think they're pretty much like, hey, this is the amount that we are going to pay people, and that's what it's going to be. Now, however, moving forward, if the game sells the way that I figure it will, and most people do, the game sells the way it does, probably next year, that number's going to go up. It's probably not going to be 600. It's probably going to be 8, or it may even be a band. You know what I'm saying? It might even be that as the game goes up. But right now, you got to understand something. They haven't made this game in over a decade. Madden has been doing this thing. Madden has pretty much wiped out everybody. There's no 2K. There's no other football game you can play right now. I mean, well, there's some of them other little off-brand games. I'm not even going to go there about that, but for the most part, there's no other game, no other football game you're going to play besides Madden. So at the end of the day, we all should be excited. More information is being dropped. EA, my only critique I would give you is drop that motherfucker in May. Drop it in May. When you drop the full trailer, that full trailer need to drop and the game need to come out probably a week later. If I was EA, I would drop that motherfucker right around Memorial Day. Drop it then, have a whole bunch of special promos for it. You got the end of May, then you'll have the whole month of March, the whole month of June, and a lot of the month in July, because Madden usually comes out the last week in July. So if it was me, that's what I would do. And anybody that want this smoke, because I know I see a lot of y'all, man, there's a lot of y'all, boy, I tell you me. I even seen cats who like, man, I ain't played no video games since college. And you think you're finna get up, and you think you're finna get up on this with us who really like that? Who really like that? You think you're finna get on this with us who really like that and you ain't touch a game in 10 years, think you're finna get this smoke? Man, bring it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be great. The excitement, the buzz for it is like going crazy right now because we've been wanting this for so long. So now I know it's a wish. I'm sure it won't happen, and I'm gonna be off the subject, but I wish and I hope that somewhere in these next couple months they make 14 back. Pardon me, y'all. They make 14 backwards compatible. I know they ain't gonna do it, but that's just a hope, a wish of mine. So, going forward, hey, at the end of the day, the kids are getting paid, and I think it's a positive thing. I think we're all excited and we all are ready for it, So be excited. Get your teams ready. Everybody's ready for the dynasty mode and everybody's ready to do their thing, man. So shouts out to EA for making sure all the doubters understand that the game is still coming. So we off that. Let's move forward. What the caption says. FSU versus the ACC. It's a lot to unpack. I am not about to get on here and start talking about a lot of legal stuff that may get me jammed up. So I'm going to give my opinion about the things that we know and the things that have been said. So initially, here's my first problem. Here's my first problem, ACC. Here's my first problem. Y'all knew we're going back a couple months. Y'all knew FSU was going to have a board of trustees meeting, right? And y'all figured that FSU was going to vote to sue the ACC. Y'all had decided y'all was going to file a lawsuit in North Carolina against FSU the day before. The comical part in that shit is, even though it was pretty much understood that the vote would be yes, the FSU was going to go to court and sue y'all and do the whole thing, y'all legitimately the night before the board of trustees meeting decided y'all wanted to file y'all own lawsuit against FSU. Just for argument's sake, what if the board of trustees had voted it down? So that's just a tip of the iceberg of how comical this whole thing is. It's like y'all already know y'all doing some shady shit. Y'all already know this. That's part number 2. How in the hell nobody can obtain a copy of this contract, grant of rights? They have to come to Charlotte under y'all watch, under y'all lock and key, for whatever said amount of time you give them while y'all are around when they are viewing these documents happens. That seemed real goddamn shady, man. When people start moving like that, you can dictate that in your own life. When people start moving like that, that means they trying to hide some shit. They trying to hide some. So we already got that out of wrap. FSU does what they do. The ACC does what they do. Now, prior to any of this happening, all we heard was they gave us this astronomical number that it was going to take for Florida State to get out of their grant of rights. Then they kept saying, oh, the grant of rights was ironclad. It ain't no way, no how that they can get out of this. It's not possible. Now, here we are, February the 22nd. And this is Thursday. So that was what? Over the weekend. We'll just say, we don't give a day. We'll say over the weekend, it has been said. Hold on, let me quote it. Hold on, let me make sure I got it right before I say it. I want to make sure that it's said right. Hold on. Let me bring y'all into the document. So let's go. We're gonna share. We're gonna present. We're gonna share screen. So we are on. Here we go. Let's bring it up. All right. So pretty much, when you look at it, it says that the ACC, whether intentionally or not, indicated a willingness to negotiate with Florida State. It raised a possibility that there is yet to be an agreed upon dollar amount that would allow the Seminoles to leave the conference. It is highly doubtful anyone in the conference office would admit to this publicly, but the inclusion of this language in a public court filing feels like proof enough that the divorce is going to happen. Now it's just a matter of how much the alimony is going to be paid. So we're going to stop sharing on that. And we're going to go back. So in essence, we were told that all of this shit was ironclad. It was no way that this was going to happen. FSU, whatever. We've heard the jokes about 900%. All these numbers, everybody want to throw out there. But at the end of the day, here's what I want a lot of people to understand. Most people do, but a lot of people to understand. Both parties have something to lose. But you know who has the most to lose? The ACC. They've literally just watched a conference. Now, these are two completely different circumstances. Doesn't matter. They just watched a conference that that February of last year probably thought they were just going to lose USC and UCLA. In the midst of that conference lost everybody except for Washington State and Oregon State. That's the Pac-12. That's how fast this thing rolls. So if you are the ACC and if you know that you got some bones, you got some skeletons in the closet, itching to come outside, or whatever Stevie said. If you know you got some skeletons in your closet, you think you want everybody to see it? Nope. I don't think you do. As a matter of fact, I know you don't. Because why on earth would you even update your language into something that you thought never could happen in such a short time frame? In such a very short time. It's like, it's amazing how we're just in February and now you willing to negotiate. That was quick. You know why that was quick? Because the truth is, if you go through court, if it makes it all the way to the court, guess what's going to happen in between that? It's a little thing. All of my legal people know it's a little thing called discovery. That means that whatever you trying to hide in them contracts, guess what you going to have to do in discovery? I ain't no lawyer, but I think from what I do know a little bit about the law, that somewhere in this discovery situation, you're probably going to have to show it all. And I don't think you want to show it all. That's point number one. Point number two, if the shit that's in that discovery proves that the grant of rights and all that shit you talking about is total BS, not only will FSU leave your ass, they're going to leave your ass and not pay you shit. So, if you the ACC, you got two things working here. You got to deal with, do I want to keep my job and lose my conference as a total? And everybody else find out, because if it comes to find out that this grant of rights is a whole bunch of bullshit, FSU ain't gonna be the only person that dip. Hell, FSU ain't gonna be the only person that dip anyway. But just for argument's sake. And then number two, you got to save face. So if you're the ACC, what would you do? You do what you just said. Hey man, FSU can buy back their rights, we're willing to negotiate. I bet you are, because if this shit go all the way to trial. Because guess what? Here's the thing: FSU ain't got shit to lose. I know somebody could say, "Man, Ben, what you mean? What you mean FSU ain't got shit to lose?" FSU is already prepared to pay a dollar amount to leave. So if they go to trial, now are they prepared to pay whatever high dollar amount they want to pay? Probably not. But they are prepared to pay a dollar amount to leave. So the outcome in court for FSU is pretty much going to be, damn, I ain't want to pay that much to go. But whatever, I'm going to pay it and I'm still gone. That's the worst case scenario for FSU, is that they pay more to leave than that they really wanted to. That's their worst case, because they're leaving anyway. This relationship is over. It's broken. The ACC's worst case is, if all this shit come out to be total bullshit, FSU leaves for nothing. And if FSU leaves for nothing, you think that Clemson, I don't know, because they acting like some punks right now. But you think that Miami and North Carolina, you think they still finna sit there? They gone too. So, in order to halfway save your conference and save face, it's the smart thing for the ACC to do, to say, hey, we willing to negotiate. Let's see if we can come up with a number that we're both comfortable with. and we're gonna let y'all ass go. Because losing y'all, because we've gained Cal, we've gained Stanford, and we've gained SMU. So we can still somehow manage to maintain some sort of conference if we were able to just lose y'all, still keep Clemson and Miami and so forth. So if you're the ACC, it's a smart thing to do. I mean, it's a smart thing to do. Let's sit down. Let's see if we can come up with a number and see what happens. So for me, it's an exciting day. I know there was a lot of legal mumbo jumbo and it wasn't the most exciting broadcast there was, but it was my opinion. I wanted to say it. But at the end of the day, FSU was gone. Now, let's transition to the fun part of that. If it was me, my personal preference, I would love for FSU to be in the SEC. That's just me. Now, I know a lot of people like, man, you know, the Big Ten. Look, I live in the South. I live in Alabama. Y'all already know this. I live in the South. I live in Alabama. Listen, if FSU was to mess around and get into the SEC, you know how many schools are in my vicinity? Well, hell, in my state, you got Alabama and Auburn. Next door, you got Georgia. Up top, you got Tennessee. Above that, you got Kentucky. Down bottom, you got LSU. And then you got the Mississippi schools, State and Ole Miss. Well, I'm up to 8. And then you got Florida, 9. And if I really want to push it to the limit, you got Texas and Texas A&M. All of that, and of course, South Carolina. All of that for all intents and purposes. Now, would I catch a flight? Of course, y'all all know I be everywhere, so you know I catch a flight. But a lot of that is within driving distance as well. So for me to be able to see some of these SEC school stadiums and be part of their tailgate, even take the show on the road and do all of these things that I've always wanted to do with the show, for me, I would love for us to be in the SEC. Now, if we end up in the Big Ten, that's fine with me too. But just for my personal preference, and because let's be clear, all my partners, they are SEC fans. I know like one dude that's a Ohio State, one legitimate guy, well, 2 that are legitimate Ohio State fans. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Nightlife. You know what I'm saying? I know like 2 guys that really are Ohio State fans. And that's about it. So my personal preference, I would like for us to be in the SEC. But if it's the Big Ten, then so be it. So we're going to make this one a little short because I think we're going to do a couple of reels too. We're going to make this one a little short. I just want to say that, you know, college football never sleeps. Be excited because these next few months are going to go by fast, whether they're talking about the amount of teams in the playoffs. We're going to keep getting information about the football game, and we're going to continue to monitor this FSU situation because if it hits the fan, who knows who else is going to go with FSU, wherever they're going to go. It's a lot of excitement. It's a lot of buzz going on. This will definitely be one of those off seasons that is not going to be dull. Not by no stretch of the word. We just in February, about the end of March. You know, you got spring ball coming up. So just keep on the lookout, man. Just continue to rock with me and rock with us, man. You know, I'm excited about the things to come. I got some special things. The studio was getting worked on. I wish I could pan the camera over there, but the studio is getting worked on. We got some more things, man. We're going to have some more guests and just continue to rock with me, man. And just know, quit telling your old ladies that you was like that when you know good and goddamn well you was getting your ass whooped and you weren't like that. Just go ahead and prepare now. Go ahead and prepare now. Because she don't need to be looking at you crazy in the next few months when you getting your ass whooped and she wondering what's going on. I'm just saying, man. But you know what I'm saying? Live, laugh, and love, man. Live your life to the fullest. Find you something to laugh at each and every day and love on the people that love you back, man. We're going to be back with another episode next week, man. Just continue to rock with me and vibe with me, man. And we out.